Alright guys, so it looks like I'm doing a water change, but actually there's a lot more that's kind of going on with my 225. And this is just, I want to do a quick little video, just some things that can go wrong when you have a giant tank and it makes it a little bit more of a pain in the butt. So what I got going on is I actually came in here last night and I noticed that the tank level had kind of dropped and my overflow was, doing a lot of, it was pumping a lot of air, just because there wasn't enough water for the overflow to trickle down to the bottom and then return up. And it's like, okay, so I just got some evaporation and that's no big deal. But I came in here and I looked underneath and you can kind of still see it's still stained on the back. Those were like way wetter on the back wall here, and that told me that I had a leak. It's not just evaporation from the 10 gallons. So I looked back here and I was actually having some leaks along this back seam, and I had issues with this big tank before when I first got it of the seals weren't great in the corners, specifically that corner, and I had it all fixed and it had been running for a year and a half, no leaks. But of course I got this leak here last night, and it was not great because with just that much water I had to drain a lot of water just so there's not as much water pressure on the bottom to allow myself to stop the leak. And how I did it was with that caulking. It's ugly as crap. It's not what I do, and it's not what I recommend at all on how you fix a tank properly. To fix this tank properly, I need to drain this, pull out the gravel, and re-caulk it from the inside. Now that requires a lot of things to happen because this is a 225 gallon tank. But that's what I'm going to need to do and what I will do. But currently, that's just not going to happen. So I did a quick fix. I went to the back and I used aquarium sealant as much as I could, and I actually ran out. And I had to just go to the Home Depot store because the pet stores were closed. And I bought regular sealant, which potentially could be dangerous for my fish. I hope it doesn't do anything, but it's not like it's inside my tank where it's going to be releasing all those toxins. And some people may argue with that or not, and we'll find out if my fish die or not. But it's a risk I'm going to take, and here's the reason why. I would never do it this way, but I'm currently planning on moving in 2 to 3 weeks. So that's the sad part, is all this had to last was 2 to 3 weeks, and then I was going to reseal it all up because just my experience, and if you ever looking into buying a big tank, I mean, everyone always tells you if you buy a used tank, you fill it up, and you have them fill it up in front of you to make sure it doesn't leak. But it's kind of hard when there's a 225 gallon tank. Guys don't want to fill up 200 gallons of a bathtub worth of water and then dump it out. It takes too long. So, and typically when you're buying a tank that big, you're buying from someone who is generally a pretty big hobbyist, because you're not going to have a 200 plus gallon tank unless you're pretty into the hobby. But so there's a lot of trust that I have in there. But either way, if you're buying a tank, anything over even just like a 125 gallon tank, I personally, a used tank, will from now on always get some aquarium sealant and just do the corners again and do all the seals. Just because it's not that hard to do. It really isn't. I go on Amazon and I buy the aquarium sealant, Aqueon, and it's not that much. It's like 12 bucks, and it's with a caulking gun, and you just seal up these corners a lot better. Just do another round on it, and then do another round along the bottom, and you should be good. That way you don't have to worry about this as much, because I'll tell you right now, big tank, you have a leak in it, it sucks. I got a little fan I turned off, but I had it running all night so that because I don't want mold and all that other stuff. But and I had this I put one big sponge filter in here because that's all I had to run to let it sit and let that stuff set. But I'll probably start slowly filling it up again and seeing if it leaks. It looks like I have the majority of the leak. It might have like a little drop, which quite honestly, like I said, I'm moving in a couple weeks, so I'll just leave it alone. But I just wanted to give a little video of just like, just be aware of when you have a big tank. It's cool and all, but when stuff goes wrong, it's magnetized. It's just magnified that much more, just because there's a lot of fish in there, there's a lot of water, there's a lot of stuff to move out of there. This isn't just like I'll just move into my other 10 gallon. No, that doesn't work that great. So just things to keep in mind if you want to get a big tank. But yeah, I mean, that's just the way it is. And yeah, when I do move, I'll redo a lot of stuff. It'll be really good for this tank when I move it. It's just that'll be in a couple weeks when I move to my other house, which hopefully, yeah, will be in a couple weeks. But we'll see. So that's what I got, and thanks for watching.